So imagine it's pretty interesting being a school teacher to elementary school children, and you have a Congresswoman mother for your students that you're faxing and exchanging notes. And
my kids' teachers are great, and they are incredibly understanding. I mean, this was so awesome. Yesterday, my little one's kindergarten teacher emailed me because she remembered that I'm usually, that I'm often home on Fridays, and it's hard for me to be a field trip chaperone because it's only certain days that I'm home, and the likelihood of being home on the day that there's a field trip, I mean, it all has to be scheduled for me. So I have that conversation with my children's teachers at the beginning of the school year, and my kids have been at the school so long that all the teachers kind of know now. So she emailed me yesterday, and she said, May 1st is, May 1st, it's February 10th. May 1st is the next field trip, and it's a Friday. And, I realized that it was a Friday, and I wanted to offer you the opportunity to be a chaperone if it, works out that you don't have votes. And it does. So I put it on the schedule, and so, I'm lucky that the kids' teachers look out for me. Last week, I brought, we had the Democratic Caucus retreat in Williamsburg, Virginia, which is a family retreat. I always bring my kids. Actually, I have lately not brought Steve and just brought the kids, so Steve got a break at home, too. And without my asking, one of my fourth graders' teachers emailed me the review sheets for their exams that they were going to have to take, that they would have gotten if they were in school, but they weren't in school. So she emailed me. Thank God for email and electronic communication, because it has made me a better friend and a better parent. Fortunately, especially with women, I've found that they really want to see another woman be successful at balancing work and family. And I have so many, any woman that tells you that she does it all by herself is making things up and trying to portray herself as superwoman, because the one thing I learned when I was reading about kind of all the things I wanted to read about how to really do a solid professional, have a solid and strong professional life and be a good parent and not have to pick, was that you can't be afraid to ask for help. Too many women, I think, in the generation before mine felt like they had to do it all by themselves, that it was a sign of weakness if they couldn't, if they asked anyone for help, that it showed that they shouldn't be trying to do it all. And I was raised to believe that you can have it all. There was never any question in my mind that I was going to I was going to get a degree, I was going to have a job, I was going to get married, and I was going to have children. And I wasn't planning on sacrificing any one of those things, and I didn't. And it's not perfect. I don't get to everything for my kids, and there are definitely sacrifices, but I think it's going okay so far.
It's doing a great job. The kids
Thank
are
you.
well adjusted. They're wonderful.
Thank
now I'm going
you.
to share a couple of things I know about you that I know from Steve and just being in the family.
Sure.
Number one is that your anniversary is coming up
Yes.
right around February 14th, Valentine's Day, and Steve told me that Debbie made it very clear when they got married that there is no single gift to represent both holidays. There are two separate gifts for each and she made that very clear.
I did. When we were trying to figure out what day we would get married on, we wanted to make sure it was on a 3-day weekend, so we got married President's Day weekend, and our anniversary is February 16th. I really enjoy Valentine's Day. It's one of my favorite holidays, and I happen to be, my husband's a romantic person, and I am too. And so I just said, okay, we also were trying to work out, with sundown when the wedding would be. If you had it in July 4th weekend, you couldn't really have the ceremony till 9 o'clock at night. So it was difficult. Not a lot of 3-day weekends to pick from if you're Jewish. So, I said to him, okay, we can get married on February 16th, but we are not combining Valentine's Day and our anniversary, and we never have. So I'm looking forward to Saturday.
The other thing is I happen to know that your husband, Steve's a lot like my husband, Larry, and he buys a lot of your clothes.
Yeah, almost all of them.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that pretty cool? Her husband buys most of her clothes, and
Yeah.
I know he does a lot of shopping for you on eBay.
He does, yeah. We don't have time to go shopping in the store very often, so he just started, he discovered eBay and started finding suits for me and things he decided that he would like. He also, I guess it was also his way of telling me that he didn't really like my choices, because he just suddenly started, buying my clothes, and things would arrive at the house in a package, and then he started calling me over to the computer. What do you like this? And so it sort of gradually has evolved to where It's been a really long time since I have shopped for myself. I think I did pick this out. I wore this
and
to
you feel so proud when you do that, don't you? 'Cause
Yeah,
my husband does a lot of my
right.
shopping. If you afterwards you come look at my shoes, my husband ordered these, and he just boxes show up, and he goes, "Sit down." I know, they're pretty nice.
It's a really good conversation piece too, because it amazes most women and says, "Oh my God, I need to get him to train my husband." And
how many women here would want their husband to buy their clothes?
Probably not.
Not very many. No, I know.
Well, I wouldn't have thought so either. My husband
No.
turns out to have pretty incredible taste that I just didn't know he had, and so.
So that's a pretty remarkable fact, isn't it? That her husband buys her clothes, and mine too. I know. It's kind of so the guys get together and talk about our wardrobes. Not really.
He does have debate. He does debate my staff over what I should be wearing. We've gone through an entire. Chief of staff is over there nodding her head. That they're trying to settle on exactly what my look should be right now. So.
You have a lot of people. I mean, you couldn't do what you do if it wasn't for your staff. So you have a staff here,
I do.
and then you have a staff
in my district office.
And do you have 2 offices or 1 office in your district?
I have 2 offices in my district.
2 offices in your district.
I represent
so
parts
big.
of 2 counties, Miami-Dade, where I have an office with my deputy district director, so just a single person that's there, and then the rest of my offices in Broward County.
So let's talk about some of the committees you serve on here right now in Congress.
I sit on the Appropriations Committee, and I chair one of the Appropriations Subcommittees, the legislative branch. So that makes me a Jewish cardinal. It's interesting. And I also sit on the Judiciary Committee, and I sit on the Crime Subcommittee on Judiciary.